Hello students, today we have to discuss the properties of order relation on real numbers. So what are the properties of order relation? When we talk about the two real numbers, then how many types of orders or how to find out the order relationship between two real numbers. So there are some properties given in your book. So now first property is if A and B are two real numbers. What? A and B are real numbers. A and B are real numbers, then only one of the relation holds good here. That is, if these two real numbers are given, that means either this A is equal to B or A is less than B or A is greater than B. So we will consider here one example, that is, suppose A is equal to 3 and B is equal to -1. Okay. So these two numbers are real numbers. A comma B are real numbers. So just tell me what is the order here, that is A is what, 3 and B is -1. So which relation is here, that is A is greater than B. That means -1. 3 is greater than -1. 3 is greater than -1. Okay. We have to take another example here. Suppose A is equal to 2 and B is also 2. So this A and B are two real numbers. That means we have to hold here A is equal to B property. Clear? Similarly, suppose A is equal to -2 and B is equal to 7. Then what happens? That is A is less than 7. What? A is less than B. Why? Because -2 is always less than 7. So this is A is less than B. So we have to discuss here the three cases. Okay, that is A is greater than B, A is equal to B, and A is less than B. So this is your first property. Now next property is this, that is second property. If A is less than B and B is less than C, then A is less than C. Okay. Consider here one example, that is, suppose we have to consider one example here, that is, suppose A is equal to 4, B is equal to 2 and C is equal to 1. So just by using this property, if A is less than B, that means A is less than B means 4 is less than B. Listen here, you have to change the values here. Suppose 1, 2 and 4 is there. Clear? So what is the value of A? 1. 1 is less than 2. True. Then next one is B is less than C. What is the value of B? 2 is less than 4. This statement is also true. Then we can say that A is less than C. What is the value of A? 1. So 1 is less than 4. So this statement is true here. Clear? That means if A is less than B and B is less than C, therefore we can say that A is less than C. So this is the second property. Now next one, third property. If A is less than C or A is less than B, then A plus C is less than B plus C. So what is this? Okay, then A is less than A plus C, then A plus C is less than B plus C. So just observe here this plus C and this plus C. They are common. Okay, that means suppose we have to consider one example. suppose A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 1. Okay, and we have to consider C is equal to 3. Clear? So we have to prove this property. So what is given here? That is A is less than B. That means A is less than B. That is 2 is less than, there is 1, there is 2. That means 1 is less than 2. Okay, 1 is less than 2. This statement is true. Now, if I want to add A plus C, okay, and B plus C. So, for these two, the relation is what? A plus C is less than B plus C. So, just cross check it. What is the value of A? 1. What is the value of C? 3. So, plus 3 is there. Less than. What is the value of B? 2. What is the value of C? 3 plus 3. So, what is 1 plus 4? Sorry, 1 plus 3? 4. Less than. 2 plus 3? That is 5. That means 4 is less than 5. This statement true. So, therefore, this statement is also true. Clear? Remember that if A is less than B, then we have to add same constant for both sides, then same relation holds. Clear? The last property is the last one property. Question number, property number 4. If A is less than B and C is greater than 0, then AC is less than BC. Okay? AC is less than BC. And if C is less than 0, then AC is greater than BC. So what is this? So we'll discuss this one with the help of an example. What is given here? A is less than B. Suppose A value is 2 and B's value is 4. Okay. So A is less than B. Why? Because 2 is less than 4. This is true. Okay. And one more constant is there, that is C. Suppose C, I am to write here, C is equal to greater than 0 means it is positive number. Suppose C is 2. Okay. Or C is 1. Then what happens? We have to prove this one. AC is less than BC. AC is less than BC. So what is the value of A? 2. What is the value of C? 1. Then what is the value of B? 4. What is the value of C? 1. So what is this? 2 into 1? 2. Less than 4 into 1? 4. That means the same number is there, or the same relation holds, that is 2 is less than 4. Suppose I have to change this one to 2. That is 2 to the 4 and 4 to the 8. That means no changes or no difference here, that is 4 is less than 8. Okay, when we change the C value, suppose I want to put here 3. So where is 3? There is also 3. So 3 to 2 3s are 6 and 4 3s are 12. So 6 is less than 12. Okay, so this is your first condition. But in next condition, we have to consider the next example. Suppose A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 4. But in next case, what? C is less than 0. That means C is equal to, it is in the negative, or less than 0 means what? C is in what? Negative integer. That means suppose I have to put here root minus 2. Okay. Then A is less than B. True statement, yes. 2 is less than 4. So this is the true. Okay. Now next we have to find out AC and BC. And what is the order here? That is greater than. AC is greater than BC. So what is the value of 2? A here? That is 2. C value is minus 2. Is greater than. B value is 4 and C's value is minus 2. 2 to the 4. So minus 4 is your answer. Is greater than 4, 2 is 8, minus 8. Okay. So listen here, the both numbers are in negative. Okay. But when we compare these both negative numbers, always remember that the smallest negative is what? Greater than the largest negative. That means minus 4 is always greater than minus 8. So therefore this statement is also true here. Okay. So in this way we have to cover here properties of order relation on real numbers. Now next topic is here, that is square root of a negative number. Okay. Next topic is here, that is square root of negative numbers. What is the second topic is here, that is square root of negative numbers. Okay, square root of negative numbers. We have already learned that how to find out the square root of positive integers. Suppose, consider here one example. When we find out the square root of 16. So what is the square root of 16 here? Square root of 16 is plus or minus 4. Okay? Why? Because 4 square is 16. When we take the plus 4 square, what is your answer? 60. When I take the minus 4 square, so what is your answer? Plus 60. So therefore, your square root of 16 is what? Plus or minus 4 is there. Square root of 16 is equal to plus or minus 4. Okay? But usually we have to write like only 4. Okay? But remember that it is plus or minus. Clear? So, square root of 16 is plus or minus 4. Now, next thing is what? This is what? Positive number. We have to take the square root of positive number here, that is 60. But when we talk about the negative numbers, that means minus 60. Okay? Then what happens? Okay? Then which number we have to count? Okay? So listen here. When we talk about the square root of positive numbers, the resultant number is what? Resultant number is real number. Okay? The resultant value is in the real number. That is plus 4 or minus 4. Plus 4 is also real number and minus 4 is also real number. But when we talk about, when we take here negative number square root of negative numbers, then the resultant value is not in the real number. Not a real number. So what is this? It is not real number. Means what? It is the imaginary numbers. Okay? When we talk about the positives, when we take the square root of positive numbers, then the resultant value is always in the form of real numbers. Okay? But when we talk about the when we take the square root of negative integers, so it is not a real number. If it is not a real number, then which type of number is there? That is imaginary numbers. So what is this? Listen here. This part actually, when we explore this one, imaginary integers numbers, this part is not included in your textbook. Just for your extra knowledge, we have to say this one. What is this one? What is the imaginary number? Okay. When we talk about what? Minus 16 square root. So how to write this? This is write it as 16 into minus 1. Okay, it is possible. That is, when we multiply 16 into minus 1, we have to get minus 16. So we know that separate here, what? We have to separate here square roots. Minus 1 is there. Clear? So what is the square root of plus 16? That is 4 into root minus 1. Okay. For this one, we have to take one imaginary number, that is I. value of this one is 4 into I. So therefore the resultant value is here, that is 4I. That means it is the imaginary number. Imaginary number. Clear? So this is what? This is the square root of negative numbers. You have to remember that when we take the square root of negative numbers, the what? Resultant value is not a real number. Clear? So in this way we have to completed our properties of order relation on real numbers as well as the square root of negative numbers. Now in next video we have to discuss about the practice set, which is depend on this basic concept. Okay, I hope you have to understand this one. So please like it, subscribe it and share my channel with your friends. Thank you students.